Welcome back. Award-winning playwright and local playwright to Buffalo, Donna Hoke, has a new show with Bellissima Productions, and I'm joined now by some of the cast members to tell us more about it. Welcome, Greg, Johnny, and Zoe. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. So this new production is Brilliant Works of Art. Let's talk about it and what the story is.
Yeah, Brilliant Works of Art is about Abby Gates, who is a law student who I play. She runs into financial troubles and she seeks out a sugar daddy. She established this relationship with him while meanwhile falling in love with her roommate. They began a relationship, and like a love triangle is, it's just going to collide, worlds collide. It's not... It
leads to trouble.
Yeah, it leads to trouble. You can't really cater to two people then.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so we learned about your character, Abby. Do you want to tell us about each of your characters?
Sure, yeah. I play James Gould. He's a artist, aspiring artist, in love with Abby Gates, and is kind of like at a crossroads with his work. He is trying to find like inspiration that'll catapult him to the next chapter of his career, and it's kind of like right on the cusp of being like a failure or being successful. So stakes are pretty high for him, and yeah, eventually those worlds will collide too, which makes everything a lot crazier.
Oh yeah.
I play Grant Parrish, aka Sugar Daddy.
He's the sugar.
Yes, he's a wealthy financier, finance guy.
Yes.
And he's kind of a mentor to Abby as well, and kind of teaching her how he kind of slides between truth and the ability to compartmentalize different areas of his life and keep everything together in one cohesive package.
Nice.
But as everyone else has said, worlds do collide, and it does get interesting.
Yeah.
Well, with this subject matter being so mature, let's talk about how Bellissima Productions is really taking care of the intimacy direction and also, you know, education.
Well, we have an intimacy coordinator, Nicolette. Working with her, we were able to establish like beats and like blocking, because it really is just, it just comes down to like intense blocking. And
It's very similar to choreographing like a dance or
Yeah.
like a fight scene almost. It's you kind of break it down to all of its technical parts, and you apply the storytelling so it doesn't. It's almost like as us as the actors are compartmentalizing that the intimacy is just also part of the story.
Right.
And the biggest thing that they always said was that safety is priority.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That with whatever we actually do has to progress the story.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Without that, there's really no point in just being gratuitous for no reason.
Exactly.
yeah.
You know, that's a hot topic right now, I think, in general, especially recently with the It Ends With Us drama. And so it's good that they put that care and made you guys feel safe. Obviously, you know, there's creativity and you want to lean into the art and the storytelling, but you also, as human beings, not your character,
Yes.
want to feel safe and comfortable
Absolutely.
with who you're working with. Why is it important, do you think, to tell modern stories like this?
It deals with a lot of stuff in like the gray areas that like are just like hard to identify, and I feel like there's so much of that in like the world now, you know. So it's like asking you to like read between the lines and stuff like that, you know. So I don't know if that really makes sense what I just said, but
No, it does, because, I mean, you know, there's a stigma with, you know, she's a law student. It's kind of a dichotomy in a way. She's a law student, so you think of her with a good head on her shoulders, going into justice and fairness, and then she chooses to do what she needs to do, which is fair for her to do, but then going to seek out a sugar daddy, that kind of seems like maybe not something you would expect morally from someone going to practice law, right? So it's an interesting story, and you know, I guess you have to go to see the show to understand more of what led her to that direction, right?
Yes. Playing Abby has been so exciting to have that internal struggle of catering to Grant and catering to James, and knowing that every other scene is with one of them, and like how I myself am compartmentalizing those two separate parts of my life and realizing that I can't, that's not possible. Like where you have love in parts of your life, it ends up being one circle.
Yeah.
And it's hard to disperse, especially when it's two separate people and it's both romantic.
I think it's a really important story to tell too, because it's something that can and will happen and does happen in life, and I think it's something that's not normally explored. It's something that people know about, but they don't really want to talk about. And
Yeah.
Donna's given us a really good vehicle to be able to bring that to people and make you kind of think, can you compartmentalize love and passion and keep those things apart, but keep yourself whole?
And by the way, Donna is working with her daughter as well
Yes.
on this show, right?
Yes,
She's
yes.
directing.
Yes, Sabrina Kawadi is the director. This is, I think, the third play of her mother's that she has directed in the Buffalo area. And they're just such a fun duo to work with. It's just awesome to have the playwright in the room, and we can also make discoveries about the text that hasn't been published yet to be like, does this work, does this not work, what do we think? So it's also almost as if we're in the writer's room with her, because we can be like, oh, this might work better. We even added a completely new scene at the end because we decided that we kind of wanted to have not a different ending, but a more ambiguous ending for the audience. So it's very cool, because otherwise, if Donna hadn't been in the room, or if she was a playwright that was international, she wasn't here in the U.S., like, we wouldn't have the ability to do that. So it's very exciting to like have her input into play with that.
When and where is this show happening, and how can people get tickets?
It is going on at Alleyway Theater, and we run from this coming Thursday until the 15th of February.
Yes.
And as for tickets,
Bellissima
yeah,
Productions.
BellissimaProductions.com.
And we're in the Alleyway cabaret space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. This sounds like such an interesting, exciting show. Viewers, if you would like to find tickets, you can go to the link right there for more information on brilliant works of art by visiting BellissimaProductions.com. Thanks again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.